So, welcome back to Dublin Private Tour. If you haven't come across me yet, my name is James, and I'm here to tell you about some quirky, unique, hidden history part of Dublin, about Hughenot cemetery in Dublin city centre. So, I'm going to flip around here. It goes back to 1693. As you can see, hopefully quite clearly there. So, we get our lovely Irish rain coming in. But the Hugenots arrived here in Dublin, I think sometime around the 1660s. I think the Duke of Ormond, Mr. Butler, invited them over. They were fleeing persecution in France, and Ireland at that time would have been obviously ruled really under Protestant rule at that time by the British, so they would have been welcomed here, even though the vast majority of Irish people at that time were Catholic, and they were obviously, we talk a lot about Catholic persecution and Irish persecution under British rule, but obviously it wasn't all persecution towards worldwide. It was different, and the Huguenots, Protestant, they did unfortunately find some persecution themselves when they were in France. So they did move to Dublin, not massive numbers. There's a small cemetery right in the centre of Dublin city centre. Like, we are just beside. I'm going to flip around here to Stephen's Green, which is a park right in the city centre of Dublin. You can see maybe a dome building in the distance there. That's Stephen's Green Shopping Centre. The red brick building that's just here beside us is Shelburne Hotel, one of those famous hotels. Then we have the Viking Smash Tour going past there. Vikings never had horns and helmets. That's a complete myth. So we're right really in the centre of Dublin. And this cemetery is one of those kind of things you could be working here and walking past every day. You wouldn't even know it's there. It's very small, as you can see. We're going to walk a little bit closer to it now. And just while we're talking about it, there is one person. You can see some names of people who are buried there, just on the wall. Make up a bit clearer, so you can see some of the surnames there. Wouldn't be surnames you'd normally associate with Ireland, but there is somebody very famous Irish from Dublin who won the Nobel Prize of Literature, whose ancestors would have been from this time period coming to Ireland, and it's Samuel Beckett, famous for writing Waiting for Godot, won the Nobel Prize of Literature in the 1920s. Educated at Trinity College, which is not far from here. My understanding, his ancestors are from the Huguenots that would have emigrated to Ireland, fleeing persecution of France in the middle to late 1600s. So, this bus here beside me, it's started lash rain a bit heavier now, so I'm going to get out there and leave that with you. We're actually exactly just on Merrion Row. See that up there, right beside Stephen's Green. At least if you're walking past here every day, you have a bit more understanding of the history of why this is here. And if you are visiting and you maybe have Huguenot extraction, or maybe you want to learn more about this, well, you can come and just visit and have a look. You can't go inside, but at least you can see from outside. Small little quirky thing about Dublin city centre. We do a tour that kind of relates to all this kind of hidden history in Dublin. It is the Hidden History Dublin Tour, private tour. So look up the Dublin Private Tour.com website for more details on that. You can also email me if you want, dublinprivatetour@gmail.com, and feel free to like this video, much appreciated. If you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Dublin Private Tour, do so as well, and comment as well. So maybe you might see you on one of our tours soon, and hope you enjoyed that little quirky, unique thing about Dublin, hidden history of Dublin, I'd say. Okay, so see you guys, enjoy your day.